Hey guys, how's it going? It's Sean from Ridesharing101.com. Please check out the website. Besides the short stories and the YouTube channel, I do have an ebook for sale that'll help make you a little more money than you're making now. So in today's vlog, I want to talk about something that happened over the weekend. And oh, by the way, I'm at my day job. I'm in the work truck. That's why it looks a little different. But anyway, I want to talk about something that happened over the weekend. I had a fare request, and it was at the Mark Hopkins Hotel. And for those of you who don't know, in San Francisco, the Mark Hopkins is a very sort of high-end, exclusive hotel. It's across the street from Fairmont. I'd say rooms probably start at $500 on up. Wouldn't surprise me if they're $750, $1,000 a night. Anyway, very high-end. The front of the hotel is actually on top of the street. You drive catty corner into the hotel, and there's a sort of square parking lot, and then there's the door. And I pull in, and there are some other cars there. They're black kind of limo SUV things, and I'm in my white Kia Soul with the red roof and my Uber sticker on the front. And I pull up, and I'm waiting for my fare. I'm looking around, and one of the doormen comes over and says, "You need to back up." And the way he said it was he had an attitude, he had a tone, he was condescending. There was no hello, how are you doing, good morning, excuse me, sir. And, you know, he's in the hospitality business. And the way I see it is I'm in the hospitality business. We get paid, you know, he gets shift pay and tips. And, you know, if you're a rideshare driver, you get the base, you get the fare, and then hopefully you get some tips as well. So it pays to be polite. And just his attitude really didn't sit well with me. And for a second, I thought I was going to have to get out of the car and check him and, you know, go up to him and be like, hey, do you really think it's okay to talk to people like that? Because it's not. But instead, you know, I'm a pretty mellow guy. So just instead, I did basically this. I look at him and I'm like, and he's like, please? And I was like, I pound my chest. I'm like, from one union brother to another, no problem. Just like that. And he looked at me, and he didn't really get it. I don't know if he thought I was being serious or I was making fun of him, or if I was just kind of some weird, you know, rideshare driver that he had to deal with. But anyway, at that time, my passenger came out and said, hey, are you Sean? I'm like, yes, I am. Are you? And then I said his name, and he's like, yes. I'm like, get on in. Welcome. And then we drove off. But, you know, all through the day, that sort of interaction with him, the sort of condescending tone really kind of bothered me. I don't believe that anybody is better than anybody. You know, Bill Gates, a priest, a homeless man, me, we're all the same. We're all equal. The only people I think that aren't better than anybody else are the people that think they are better. Those are the only people I think are worse. Everybody else, we're all equal. Some of us have more money, some of us don't. Some of us have children, some don't. Some are tall, some are short. Whatever, you know. But we're all people, we're all human beings, and we all deserve to treat each other with some dignity and respect. So, you know, normally I'm able just to kind of let stuff go. And as I tell people, hey, you know, if this is the worst thing that happens today, we're pretty fortunate. You know, nobody in my family died. I wasn't in an accident. I didn't get any bills I wasn't aware of, anything like that. No health problems. So, you know, all total, it really wasn't a bad day. But kind of his tone and his attitude, like he was somehow better than me, really just didn't sit well. And it kind of stayed with me all day until later on that night. And I had a fare, and I was over by the university, and I'm going up a hill, and I'm approaching a crosswalk. And just as I approached the crosswalk, which was kind of in the middle of the block, two women step out of the curb, and they kind of appear out of nowhere. And we sort of both see each other at the same time. We hadn't seen each other. And they step off the curb at the edge of the crosswalk, but they're walking down the hill, so then they're sort of walking in the street. And they kind of stop, and I stop as well. And if I had continued on, I wouldn't have hit them. I would have missed them by a good 7 feet. But they're pedestrians. You always stop for pedestrians. That's the law. I have no problem with that. And the one girl, she just kind of looked at me, and she just puckered up her lips and just went and blew me a kiss. And it wasn't anything sexual, and I could tell it wasn't mean. It was just something to kind of lighten the mood and catch me off guard, which it totally did. And you know, she could have been upset that maybe she thought I was going too fast, or should have been more aware of my surroundings. I could have, you know, said something to her. I could have, you know, told her to be careful, or I could have maybe made a hand gesture that would have been inappropriate. But I didn't, of course not. It was all good. We were kind and civil to each other, and it just sort of made me laugh. So the world has a way of restoring balance and taking care of things. So what could have ended on a bad note turned out to be a really good day, because like I said, nothing bad happened. So I'm still here, I'm still driving, I'm still enjoying what I do. But it's important to have a good mindset and try and let the little things, you know, try to let them go. Don't let them fester, because that's not a good way to be. Because you'll see people do stupid things. It's just part of human nature. So it's how you handle them and how you deal with them that makes all the difference. So on that note, this vlog is over. I'll see you on the road.